BTS is officially back!
For the very first time in 2 years, BTS has set yet another record-breaking performance at SoFi Stadium last November 27th through December 2nd. It seems like the Army's right, and everything they touch turns into real gold. Because for the first time since the most expensive stadium in the world was built, BTS has officially become the first artist to sell out all 4 concerts at SoFi Stadium. Over $33 million was generated from the sale of almost 250,000 tickets. If you happen to not be able to get one of those tickets, then this video is for you. In this video, we'll go over all the concert's top moments and what this means for SoFi and SoFi Stadium. Welcome to Wealth Gambit. On this channel, we cover all things stock and stock news, from fundamental analysis and more. Just a disclaimer, we're not financial advisors, and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. By the way, if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on our social media pages to stay up to date on stock news, market updates, and some fire financial memes. Also, just want to take a second to shout out everyone who commented on the last video. You guys or gals are real ones, and shouts out to you. Now, let's get right into it. Hours before the party began, Armies had been camping outside SoFi Stadium and getting everything they could from the merch booths. SoFi Stadium was absolutely packed with Armies from all over the world, and for those who maybe didn't have the best seats, the boys came prepared with a massive screen that allowed everyone to see the performance from even the furthest seats. The 70,000 seat SoFi Stadium was filled with Armies from all over the world, waving their army bombs while jamming to some of BTS's hood classics. BTS seemed to really miss performing and interacting live with their Army's fans and went all out during their performance. The concert also involved Megan Thee Stallion, who came out when they performed Butter's remix. And it gets even better because artists like Halsey and Coldplay's Chris Martin were also there. The 4-day concert with these best-selling artists gathered a whopping $33.3 million that came from around 214,000 tickets sold. The group officially kicked off their 4-night concert by performing some of their hit songs On, Fire, and Dope. Here's a complete list of what they had performed during the concert in case you missed it. And for those who weren't able to be there in person, the concert was simultaneously streamed through live play in LA at a nearby YouTube theater. So to all the 813,000 people who attended the concerts both in person and online, we're sure you probably had the time of your life. And for how this affected SoFi the company, Anthony Noto always talked about making SoFi a household name. In 4 days, 813,000 people who may have never heard of the name SoFi/SoFi Stadium will now have some of their best memories associated with that name. And we're sure that some of them probably signed up for SoFi membership to get special perks for SoFi Stadium. But back to BTS, the Bangtan boys recently announced that they're set to hit stage again in Seoul, and it's meant to happen in March 2022 after the short break for their up-and-coming album, which from this clip I'm sure everyone knows is much awaited. While this concert might not directly affect SoFi's stock price at the moment, and we as investors may overlook the significance of a concert like this is a huge help for SoFi as a company to eventually become a household brand name internationally. The amount of brand awareness SoFi received from an event like this is really helping to justify how much they spent on the naming rights to the stadium. In our last video, we were just talking about how SoFi was getting more international brand awareness by being added to the Morgan Stanley Capital International Index. This is yet another opportunity to get significant international brand awareness at no additional cost to them. And on the other hand, people who attended the concert at SoFi Stadium got to have the time of their lives at the best stadium in the world. Now let's go to Anthony Noto to see why brand awareness is so important.
Our number one driver of our success in becoming a top 10 financial institution in the world at this point, now that we've launched all these products and we'll launch more, now that we have the scale we have in members at over 3 million, the scale we have in products, our number one driver of success is becoming a trusted household brand name. People need to know what SoFi offers. They need to trust us. And then if our products are best in class with the best unit economics, we will win.
So there you have it. That's it for today's video, guys. Are you buying more SoFi today? And if so, how many shares? And for those of you who continue to watch these videos until the very end, comment OG in the comments to automatically get shouted out in the next one as a token of our appreciation. Also, if you want to see more from us, then feel free to follow us on our social media platforms at Wealth Gambit. And until the next video, peace.